This is how you do the floating doors puzzle Easter egg on Verdansk. Now, this is a reference to an old glitch that would happen on Vondel back in the day, as most of these new Easter eggs added onto the map are references to the history of Warzone, not just Verdansk, all of the maps. Anyways, in order to do this, you want to head over to the Gulag, and you want to be checking all of the different prison cells because there is going to be a piece of paper with a puzzle on it that randomly spawns in one of them. It can spawn on the walls as well as the boxes. They're the only locations that I have seen thus far. Now, I do believe there are other spawn locations for it as well, because I have restarted my game many times, literally over 20 times, and it kept not being in any of the cells. Now, there are a lot of cells, so that's a lot of spawn locations since there's literally 3 floors of them. So it's possible there's other spawn locations within the Gulag or potentially even elsewhere on the map. It can spawn in the cells above the shower as well, where you duel when you die. So I do think there's probably more spawns in the Gulag entirely. So just look all over the prison complex. Since recording, I've also found it in the Gulag showers itself, so yeah, I do think it can pretty much spawn in any of the Gulag, or at the very least any of the underground section of the Gulag, and it isn't exclusive to the cells specifically. So if you happen to find any other spawn locations for it, please let me know in the comments below. It'll definitely help the community out. Anyways, I literally restarted my game many times, and I eventually found it spawn in this cell on the back wall here. I would recommend either just remembering it or taking a screenshot or a picture of the image once you find it, and on the image it will display a letter and a number which is pointing you to a specific coordinate on the map that you need to head towards. So in this case it's I8, so I know I need to head towards I8. From my experience, it does seem to be I8 every single game, but maybe I've just gotten lucky and gotten it back to back. So it does seem to always be close to you, and it also displays a collection of doors, 8 to be specific, and on 4 of the doors are going to be circles ranging from small to large, and you need to remember the order of small to large. In my case, I just took a screenshot because it's a lot easier than trying to memorize, but anyways, once you have the screenshot or have remembered it, you need to then interact to read it. After you do so, it will spawn these doors floating around on the map in the specific coordinate. So I'm heading over to I8 specifically, and it's going to be somewhere within this coordinate. So just look around the entire section in the sky until you manage to find it. I find it floating in the sky over here. So I come over to the boardwalk and I can look up, and I now need to shoot the doors in the specific order from small to large. So I first need to shoot the bottom left one, the third one on the top row, the top left one, the second one on the bottom row, and then the second one on the top row. Not all of them are circled, so you only need to shoot the ones that are actually circled. As you shoot each one correctly, you'll hear an indication noise knowing you've done it correctly. Unfortunately, you'll fail it if you do it wrong. But once you've managed to successfully shoot them in the correct order, they will all float away, and then a supply crate will then spawn in on the map somewhere close. So I'm just watching them float off in the distance. It's a very funny sight, and then I can head over to the supply crate to go ahead and collect it. So this can grant a bunch of loot, kill streaks, a ton of cash. I get 20,000 here, very useful for plunder. It also drops some weapons for you, ammunition, and a bunch of other stuff. I hope this Easter egg has been useful. It's very cool. Bye.